Here's a look at what's coming up in this edition of 15 News. Pfizer and BioNTech announced this month that preliminary lab studies show a third dose of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine can improve protection against the Omicron variant of COVID-19. A local doctor weighs in on the importance of booster shots and where you can find a vaccine near you. Then, we're giving you the rundown of the Northland City Center project, plus whether or not if developers are keeping the historical and beloved Hudson's building in the plans. And it's the most wonderful time of the year. We'll take a look at a few jolly festivals that happen around the city and why we can celebrate the giving season with some extra love and compassion for others this year. You can catch all of this and more coming up on this edition of 15 News. Due to the latest variant of COVID-19 and the surge of cases, the CDC is now recommending boosters to help aid in the fight against the pandemic.
Hopefully, a lot of people have gotten their first series of vaccinations, but as you know, the pandemic is ever evolving and continuing to persist. Science has indicated that the immunity is waning. So basically, that brings the whole point of actually getting an additional dose or a booster dose to help sustain that immunity level and perhaps give it a further protection that you'll need to really get through the possible infection and hospitalization down the line. So it's so important to get the booster, basically to help fortify your defense mechanism against getting the infection again.
If you receive Pfizer, BioNTech, or Moderna, you can get your booster at least 6 months after completing your primary COVID-19 vaccination series. And if you receive the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, you can get your booster at least 2 months after completing your primary COVID-19 vaccination. You may choose which COVID-19 vaccine you receive as a booster shot. Some may prefer the vaccine type that they originally received, while others may prefer to get a different booster. CDC's recommendations now allow for this type of mix and match dosing for booster shots. In addition to getting vaccinated, medical professionals still recommend taking those necessary extra steps when it comes to protecting your own health and those around you.
Wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your mask. Can't say enough of that. Even though you've been vaccinated, there's still cases of breakthrough infections. So the simplest thing we could do is to put a mask on, especially within 6 feet of any individual. Second thing is that especially as we approach the holidays, and there's, of course, family gatherings with friends and a lot, it's very important as well that we continue to still follow those safety precautions in terms of wearing masks. Hopefully, a lot of individuals you're around are vaccinated as well, and of course, ensuring that you use all the safety precautions in terms of hygienic approaches to keeping yourself safe.
For more information about the COVID-19 vaccine and booster shots, go to vaccines.gov. Back in July of 2021, the city of Southfield sold the former Northland Center to a Bloomfield Hills-based development company. Recently, Contour Companies hosted a special groundbreaking to usher in the start of a new era for the old Northland Mall site. This moment was an important milestone for the Northland project, which consists of building new structures while giving life to the remaining historical landmarks. Phase 1 includes over 1,300 apartment residences, walkways, landscape areas, parking facilities, and the restoration of the buildings of the original 1954 Northland Center, which will be returned to an outdoor mall environment.
You'll notice that we're not tearing down Hudson City Center or the Northland entirely. We're just tearing up the parking lot to make room for more development and more apartment complexes and some potentially townhomes in the future to create more lively activity in the area. The actual Hudson's department store is something we're going to redevelop and turn into the Hudson City Market. We're going to change it into its original architectural intent from 1954.
Phase 2 consists of incorporating more mixed-use residential buildings, townhomes fronting on a landscape green space complete with a pond and other amenities.
So the theme for Northland City Center is Then and Now, the Center of Tomorrow. And that really plays heavy in our heart because we are historians ourselves at Contour. We love preserving historic sites, and this is an opportunity for us to help revitalize this area of Southfield and help cherish some of the memories that we all grew up having.
The completion of the Northland City Center project is anticipated to wrap up in the year 2025.
Hi, welcome to the Southfield Public Library, and we're here for our Library Minute to let you know what's going on. We're starting once again here in the library lobby with our fabulous display. These are some actual toys from the collection of Barbara Klunkowski, our retired outreach specialist, who was kind enough to bring a collection of toys from her children. And there are some cool things here that are gonna bring back great memories. This is another thing you may walk right by when you're headed into the children's room. Please don't miss it. There's always an amazing display. This month's is a fabulous collection of teapots, again from employees here at the library who are sharing their fabulous teapot collection with us for the month of December. Please come and check it out. This is certainly a month for drinking some hot tea. I'm in front of our latest program, our passive program, which means you can come and do it yourself. It's a Post-it note book club. Our first book is Elazzo by Darcy Little Badger. And all you have to do is come in, look at the prompts that will be on the young adult window wall here, and give your opinions on the answers to these questions. And then in January, we'll have a brand new book for you to respond to. And of course, we provide the Post-it notes. We're at the latest installation here on the second floor. This month, we're highlighting the fabulous photography of a local, Glenn, who's sharing his beautiful photographs with us. Please come and check it out here on the second floor. Oftentimes, we get so caught up in the materials that we're checking out, which is awesome, but we don't look at the fabulous collections, which is really one of the things I wanted to do. So please look up all these programs and so many more, www.southfieldlibrary.org. We have virtual and in-person options, and hopefully we'll have even more in the coming months.
Various City of Southfield departments and community-based organizations celebrated the season of giving with a drive-through event geared towards helping local families in need.
Today is our second annual Holiday Sleigh of Giving event. We're going to bring joy to the children and their families. What we know is that there are families in need during these difficult times, and we want to make things that much easier for these families.
Bags full of toys for children aged 4 through 12 were packaged and distributed by city officials, Southfield Police and Fire Departments, Southfield Public Schools, the Southfield Domestic Violence Group, and the Take One Community Program. Attendees were also gifted with a performance from the very talented Southfield A&T Marching Band.
Instead of give back, just give. Give as much as you can, not as little as you can. It ain't always about the monetary things. It's about opening your heart and showing everyone that you care.
Community residents came out to celebrate the holidays during the annual Southfield tree lighting. Here are some of the highlights from this joyous event.
This Christmas, we really need to, more than ever, get back into the spirit of Christmas. And I don't mean about gifts. I mean about goodwill towards all people.
Enjoy the time with your family and friends this holiday season. And if you have a neighbor who might be alone, or someone that you know that doesn't have anyone around them, just stop by, say hi, maybe take them some cookies. It really means a lot to those that maybe don't have a family to celebrate with.
Everybody, have a wonderful Christmas. I'll be seeing you soon.
Want to stay at the pulse of Southfield Cable Channel 15 programming? Do you want to know more about the people, places, and happenings that make Southfield go? Or are you looking for a good read? Then check out the December edition of C15 magazine, available in both print and digital editions. Read it digitally by visiting the Southfield Multimedia Services Facebook page, or pick up a physical copy at various locations around the City of Southfield Municipal Campus.
Domestic violence is a year-round problem that affects many in the community. However, cases in domestic abuse tend to increase, particularly during the holidays. Abusers in a relationship are more likely to engage in activities of drinking or the use of drugs when not working as much. With more time at home with their partner, abusers simply have more of an opportunity to be abusive. Holiday stress may play a role in aggravating people with destructive personalities more easily than usual. With that being said, being able to identify domestic violence is the first step toward getting out or helping someone else get out of an abusive relationship. Physical signs, cuts, scrapes, or bruises, particularly on the upper body, such as arms, face, or the head. Clothing. If you notice someone wearing unusual clothing items, seemingly unnecessary, such as large sunglasses that cover much of their face indoors, or turtleneck sweaters, these could be indicators of trying to hide an injury from abuse. Signs in emotion or activity, making strange excuses or for signs of physical injury such as, oh, I bumped my head cooking as I was running around the kitchen. Acting out of character, such as being more quiet than usual. Displays of anxiety, particularly about the abuser when they are not around. Signs of depression or development of drinking or drug problems. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, the best thing to do is act as soon as possible. If you are in immediate danger, call 911 or ask a neighbor to call if you are unable to. If you are not in immediate danger but wish to report the incident, call the Southfield Police Department non-emergency number at 248-796-5500 or come to the Southfield Police Department. This has been your Domestic Violence Minute. My name is Margaret Hall. Thank you for watching.
Now let's take a look back at some of the biggest events that happened in the city in this 15 News Rewind. To help contribute to building a healthier community, the nonprofit corporation, the Links Incorporated, hosted a bench dedication ceremony near the city's historic Code House. The sidewalk that passes the site is well used by walkers, runners, and cyclists of many ages. The bench will serve as a rest stop and promote inclusivity for persons of all abilities.
We are a friendly city. We encourage our residents to walk and to use the community for various observations. We have a lot of animals, plants, indigenous plants that's just unique to this area. So the residents will enjoy this bench. I do think it's important to have something like this, and I just want to commend the city of Southfield for thinking from a level of inclusivity where people want to be here, the walking trails, and now we have a place where people can sit. And when we call this a positivity bench, that's exactly what it's about.
Again, the Links Incorporated Positivity Bench is located in front of Southfield's Code House at 22635 Civic Center Drive.
This is Joy with Poet Animal Rescue. She was just rescued from the streets. She's really sweet. She's also special needs. She's deaf. So she will need an adopter who's willing to work with her and be patient. If you're interested in Joy, please apply at www.poetanimalrescue.org. Also, if you'd like to send Joy any treats for the holiday, she would love them. This is Kendall with Poet Animal Rescue. She's 2 to 3 years old. She's really sweet. She likes to be held and play. She also likes other dogs. If you're interested in Kendall or other dogs, please visit our website, www.poetanimalrescue.org. Also, this holiday season, we always need donations if you are interested in supporting our animals. Thank you. This is Kylie with Poet Animal Rescue. She's 2 to 3 years old, very sweet. She likes other dogs and she's very friendly and playful. If you're interested in learning more about Kylie, please go to our website, www.poetanimalrescue.org.
As this year draws to a close, I would like to thank city staff, city administration, elected leadership, and especially our employees who have all stepped up during a challenging year where we had to navigate around the COVID-19 global pandemic and everything else in between. COVID has completely changed the way in which we operate and deliver city services, as we would not be able to accomplish these things without the commitment and dedication of our employees. On behalf of the City Council, the Mayor, and the City Administration, I would like to extend a sincere thank you to all of you. You have proved why Southfield has the best municipal employees, and we are grateful for your efforts in overcoming numerous obstacles to keep this city up and running. Despite the pandemic, we are able to celebrate many achievements, and I'd like to take a minute to briefly share a few of them with you. For a while, we heard concerns from our residents about drivers speeding through subdivisions and other behaviors that made us focus on how to improve vehicular safety. In response, an initiative was started to install speed humps in strategic neighborhood locations to reduce driver speed and to improve pedestrian and road safety. It is hoped that these humps will prevent speed-related accidents as well as traffic-related noise. Related to that, there have been several road construction projects and pilot programs that have kicked off in numerous locations around our city, notably in the 9 Mile and Beechwood area, and also at 12 Mile and Lasser. Once these projects are completed, some more noticeable benefits will be reduction of overall congestion in those areas, improved safety for our motorists and pedestrians, and increased community access to businesses and better pedestrian walkability. This past year also brought severe weather conditions that resulted in numerous power outages, and over 25 trees were uprooted and torn up. Thankfully, though, the efforts of this council, mayor, and administration, and our employees working with DTE Energy has agreed to replace old and outdated equipment and step up efforts to increase tree trimming. This should help remedy the many residents' concerns about service, performance, and dangerous conditions. I want to take time to applaud our first responders, our police, our fire, and EMS, and our public safety divisions. They continue to offer quality service and superior response times to emergency calls. In addition to maintaining some of the best response times in the region, public safety personnel have taken the lead in championing anti-drug campaigns, anti-domestic violence endeavors, and various other community outreach efforts. These campaigns have helped raise an awareness regarding how to better safeguard the community and has helped foster greater community spirit and civic pride. Speaking of pride, the city finalized the sale of the Northland Center Mall to the Bloomfield Hills-based Contour Companies, and the groundbreaking recently took place on the site. This will transform the property into a multi-use housing and commercial space and will reinvigorate the 8 Mile Greenfield corridor. As we move into next year, we are looking forward to an in-person meeting such as planning, zoning board and appeals, the city council meetings returning in January to the city council chambers. The meetings will incorporate social distancing protocols and broadcast live on City Cable 15 and then be uploaded to the Southfield Multimedia Services Facebook and YouTube pages for on-demand viewing. We are living in unprecedented times. As we move forward, we do so with the knowledge that the city's foundation is resilient, that we're strong and bright. As we gradually take steps to fully reopen, we recognize that when we work together, we put ourselves in the best position to manage the pandemic and win. Let's continue to work together to keep Southfield the great city that it is, and as an example to the rest of the region. I wish you and your families a very safe, happy, and enjoyable holiday season. May God bless you, and may God bless the city of Southfield. Thank you.
That about does it for this edition of 15 News. You can also catch all of these amazing stories aired during this program on the Southfield Multimedia Services Facebook page and YouTube channel. For 15 News, my name is Chris Campbell, and we'll see you next time.